Hello and welcome back to Let's Build Apocalypse. I've done a few things. One, I installed Railcraft because I actually meant to, but I forgot. Oh well. Second, you may know that cheats is now enabled. I had to go into the level.dat file and change that. Pretty easy. It was actually something I needed because I wanted to stop creepers from exploding. I didn't have any incidences, but when I saw a creeper I had thought, I probably should enable that. And I had forgotten to turn on cheats. Because I was just randomly picking worlds, so... Ugh. Another thing you may notice that he killed all the vehicles. Because they were just test props right there. Oh, I gotta let this load up for a second. Probably should have done that off cam. Okay, there we go. Second thing is, I only put one new building, but they're fully implemented into the power grid, and I actually wanted to show people that this is pretty much how I do it. I have one layer being the ceiling, one layer being the wiring, and the second being basically the roof, and any further. Also, I noticed that when you have the day that's constant, when you have the time set constantly to the day, grass grows underwater. Never knew that. And yes, I have a bunch of stuff here. Another thing you may notice as I extended this stuff here, there is something interesting I'm going to be doing today. I want to do this. But yeah, this is probably going to be, the rest of this is probably going to be off cam. I'll just finish that up later. The new building, nothing too fancy. In fact, it's actually pretty horrid, but still. Not everyone's house gets to be nice. I also changed all these to wooden ones, because I had forgotten that something part of smart moving is if you hold the activate key or the grab key, you can actually climb up these. In real life, you can climb up them. Maybe not easily, but you can. I put a roof on this, and all these are completely integrated. The lights are, however, off because I have no power running into mine because I shut it down. Today I'm either thinking of working on my little part of the city there, or the sewage plant, which I am actually thinking it's actually technically a water treatment plant. But part of Railcraft was required to actually have it running. So, how do I want to do this? Actually, I might do something else. Thinking. I made up my mind at one point, and then now I'm deciding against it. Oh yes, and I also scaled down these wires so it splits one off to the entire. I guess it's civilian area. Civilization. I like that you can fly through. One's like that. Never could do that, and it actually makes it quite easier for me. Let me decide. Okay, well, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to go do some research for a second. I actually thought of doing something beforehand, but I forgot. So, see you in a minute. And I am back. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do the water treatment facility. I've decided how I'm going to do it, too. Interestingly, I'm probably going to need to go down into this for fun. And, I'm actually going to do this. that little lag, but and technically this won't. This will be the access to the sewers. Technically, I could be using the actual concrete, which is now added, but I'm feeling a little bit lazy. Hmm. 3, 4. It's 4 from this wall, right? Yeah, 4 from this wall. One, 2, 3, 4. 4. There we go. Just need to make sure. Luckily this will be easier, but basically I'm just starting for what's going to be showing. Let's go one more down. Good. Okay, that works. And these graphical glitches are weird, but I'm gonna deal with them. And this will basically be some of a sewer thing. I'll have water in here. But that's basically the plan for that. And I'll actually have a different use as well. But for now, that's just basically the access. I'm gonna start about here. This should work. I'm gonna need to clear out this inventory very shortly. Probably should have done something else, but too late to do that now. Okay, I swear that some Endermen are actually... No. Never mind. Just forget to put the wool in there. But yeah, Endermen were actually a little bit of an issue because that house there was filled with, I think, like 11 or 12 pieces of dirt, which is actually annoying because almost the entire floor was filled with dirt. And that was just from Enderman dropping things. I got that. I don't know why I'm getting this weird glitch where my walking is weird when I'm recording. It's only when I record. Okay, yeah, I seriously need to clean up this. Oh, that was an accident, but who cares? I just need to clean out my inventory really badly. I'll get whatever I need later. I'm gonna need more stone anyway, so... Oh yes, and filled tin cans will actually be fun for food. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Nothing like a can of beans for dinner. Oh yeah, I need some bricks. The speed in which that happens is just remarkable. Try to do that. Yeah, I think I did it with those two anyway. I don't even know why I did that. Actually, I do know. Go. And that makes the basis for just the parking area, which is actually funny. But now the building, which is actually going to be like right here. Funny enough, this is actually going to be a very long project. I'm actually going to extend this episode, probably. Just to show you that this is going to be a very long project. I'm glad I don't have to do this by hand. Now I need to remove that. One here. One here. One here. And now that should be fine. I'm gonna have to extend onto it manually later, but for now that should be fine. So fast my computer apparently can't handle it. That should be enough. There we go. Oh yes, and these this construction foam stuff, it's actually more explosive resistant than normal stone, which is interesting. There we go. Let's clear this stuff out. Fortunately, hard to get in and out of this stuff. And items will actually stay there, so that's going to be an issue later on. Maybe. Yeah. Items don't care if they're in there or not. But yeah, that's the starting area. And while that's drying, it's time to actually start making the vats, if you will. Now, let's think. Don't know if I want to have like 3 going this way or 4 going this and then that. I might just want to stick with the 3. Because they're going to be annoying regardless. Actually, yeah, I actually have to go with 3. Just gonna. That should be fine. Right about here. I just like how the construction foam dries quicker if it has a bunch of it near it. Only issue is if it's not exposed to light, which happens if you basically let the roof basically build itself. It takes 2 or 3 times longer for the inside stuff. See, I mean, the roof almost dries, and I think it dries the fastest, and then inside pretty much takes forever to dry. That's exposure to light, I believe, is that cause. What level am I on, actually? I'm interested. Yeah, I am on 35. That's cool. I mean, I'm literally at sea level, or one above sea level. I think there may be a process running in the background, which is annoying me now. Annoying bats. Nope. I'm gonna have to do that anyway, so it doesn't matter, but still. I'm going off memory for this one, which is actually pretty good, because I think it's pretty circular here. Aerial view of this. Nah, it's pretty good. As you see, it dries fast. But most likely I won't even get around to that building until it's pretty much fully dry. Unfortunately, I have to do hand work for this stuff because you can't just easily fill it because of its actual design, which is kind of disappointing. But there is some, actually I can't do that either. I was thinking about doing a builder, but no, it's not going to work. Too much effort. What should we talk about? Because I want to keep at least some sort of conversation going. Otherwise this probably would become maddening. The silence. best if I actually do that. Personally, it doesn't really matter, but oh well. Just keeping the pattern going. Oh yeah, let's talk about my next series, which is the Forge Mash. It's fun. Basically, I'm actually just going to, it's just basically going to be a Forgecraft with a few extra things, such as Ars Magica and such. And they're all hand put into the system, which, funny enough, they actually all worked quite perfectly, so I was pleased. Less work of going into the configs and adjusting them, which unfortunately a lot of my Forgecraft really was just me going into the configs and fixing everything. At one point I was gonna have like Mo creatures or something, because I wanted to have like more creatures in a mod, because it gets really boring with the only small amount of things. And I'm actually still thinking about it. I'm actually thinking about using this series and probably adding Mo creatures at one point. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to be updating this pack like ever, just because it's really not meant to be upgraded. It's just basically me building. Okay, that's the first vat. I have to get 3 of these. So, yeah. I'll go off cam for this and just build 3, and I'll see you guys soon. Again, this is going to be a longer episode, so see you soon. And welcome back. Basically, the only thing I did was I added a fence around here, finished those up, and I built it like so. That's iron blocks, iron fencing, and some ladders. And then filled it in with water. Rinse and repeat. I also put this here, and now this. This one piece will not cure because it's got no sun or light, whatever it is that's required. I think it's light. But yes, now it's time for the actual thing. I also put a parking lot here, or fixed the parking lot. It can hold 6 cars. Technically 7 or 8, but 6 that actually have parking spots. Now how am I going to do this? Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. I have an idea that I want to do. Actually, this needs. Okay, that's gonna be harder than I thought to do. At least the thought of the idea is. I'm trying to get a good pattern here. I'm not sure if it'll work, but I'll try. Oh yes, and I switched out my MP5 for the Heckler and Koch 417, which is a sniper rifle. It's quite nice. It's only a single shot though. It 2 shots pretty much anything, Except for those red-eyed zombies, which hit 3 shots. Fortunately, those things have extra health. And a bit of extra health. Now I want to make an arc here. And I should have planned out how much this is, actually. Just kind of ballparked it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, with that I can... that should work. I think that was better in my head. Okay, well, I'm just going to do something different here. It's not going to be the domed, not dome, half cylinder shape I wanted it, but it'll work. Okay, that'll work. It's gonna be a pain to cure, though. Let's just say that. Actually, it shouldn't be that bad, now that I look at it. Because it's not like I have to cure the bottom. I'm trying to make these buildings as basically geologically accurate as I can, or structurally. It really depends on what your terminology is for that, because I really don't remember. I'm trying to make it actually look like an actual, could be a city. Or like it could actually be a city. After this, I'm gonna have to have power run into this thing, and that's gonna be a little bit of a pain, but I've done worse. I've fixed worse, I guess. I'm just glad that most of this stuff will at least cure faster. And that one piece is going to be a pain until I can actually get the lights in here, and then I'm actually going to have to like feed it energy for a bit. But I know a quick way to feed a light some energy using batteries. And part of this entire survival thing. This will be basically a useless structure, but it's just for... I mean, in real life you're gonna need these, but in a survival sense, you really don't care much for this, because it's not really that useful. I mean, yes, clean water is good, but in a survival situation where resources are scarce, water is going to be one of those essential ones. But in Minecraft, it's not as essential. I'm thinking of... do I want this as... actually, I might want that. Like so. See that arch? How does it look? I kind of liked it just like this. So, I don't know if it either disappeared or if I just didn't place it. I'm hoping it didn't just disappear, because that'd be kind of an issue. Yeah, the flying with this is a little bit weird, and it makes things a little bit harder for me to build the way I like. But it works, and I actually like the new animation for this. And it's not like it's terrible, because you can actually fly into smaller gaps than normal. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. It's sometimes better, sometimes worse. By the way, this is actually kind of a funny little bug thing. It's when you get caught in this stuff, it bounces you to the next available slot, but when you're flying, you keep moving. So, it kind of gets to become a pain after a while. Getting that little delay bug. There's not much I can do about it. But yeah, other than that, the structure's just more for aesthetics than really anything. I mean, probably have water or something in here, and I might implement something different with it. Zoom, zoom, zoom. There we go. And once that dries, it'll be better. Unfortunately, that one piece still will never dry. Unless I do this. Specifically, I'm going to be putting lights there anyway, so... In fact, I should probably grab some material for that. There we go. And I'm probably going to have it be the blue one that brings in the power to this building. And I'm probably going to have it enter right here, that way it works well. Then I'll probably bring in the green. But blue works. Unfortunately, it doesn't look that nice. Personally, don't care. If you want to get real technical, usually these things actually don't. Usually these things actually have their own whatchamacallit, generators. Every once in a while, you'll see one that has its own generator. There we go. And bada boom. I better work fast, otherwise I'll be without light. That's probably cured down there. Yep. Basically, this stuff reminds me of cement. It really does. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have... There we go. Now that'll be fun. Oh. Okay, I probably should throw something down there then, because that kind of messed up the what I was doing. But I can fix that pretty easily. For the most part, I'm just using this gold cabling because it looks nicer, and it can hold a better charge. And hopefully, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Just had to think about it. Make sure I wasn't messing anything up. That messed up, but oh well. Can't have perfection, I guess. I thought I measured this, but I don't think I did. I at least had an idea of what I wanted. It's actually even, so I got most of what I wanted. Unfortunately, mobs will spawn up here until I finally get this properly sealed off. And there's nothing I can do about that, so oh well. Actually, technically I could just put some stone up here, and that's probably what I'm going to do to seal it off. I was thinking about putting this construction foam, but that would be counterproductive because it would take forever to work. But yeah, mostly I probably should talk to keep everyone's attention. Thing is, I don't know what I want to talk about. Well, future plans for this channel, I guess, are that I'm probably going to be doing quite a bit of these videos. I just really want to know what people are interested in seeing. I know people really like my Terraformacraft stuff, but I mean, there's only so much you can do in Terraformacraft, and it's actually kind of disappointing because Terraformacraft is supposed to be this ultimate survival mod. And yes, I haven't shown that you can get all the metals and such in a single world, and really it's actually quite difficult. And yes, well, it'd take quite a few episodes by the time I actually get to like the max metal. Terraformacraft probably would have been updated to be doing something different, or have some different change that would prevent me from like smelting, which I've had that happen a few times. It's it's really annoying. And also, generation in Terraformacraft sometimes is a little buggy. So if you update, it sometimes does not work correctly, and it's disappointing, to say the least. Because you could have a perfect looking mountainscape and then suddenly have it cut off. And just never looks good again. But that happens with any Minecraft world. Something gets updated. Usually it won't work again. And yes, this may be boring, but it's essential to prevent annoying mobs and screeching of like spiders or growls of zombies from up here when you're working below. And probably what I'll do is I'll have like loot spawns in the bottom here. I'm actually interested in I'm actually wondering what I could add as loot spawns, because I don't want to have just normal. Ooh, there's a chest. I know exactly what's in the chest. I'm thinking of like having one of the custom NPCs just basically have a loot table on him, and I'll actually show you what that is in a later episode. I'm actually getting ready to turn this area right here into basically a small zombie test zone, and maybe in a small military encampment, just for entertainment. And custom NPCs, I helped Sir Nopez, who is the mod author. I just helped him with a few ideas, so I feel like I was a part of this mod. It's quite nice. I like helping mod developers just make things better. Sometimes my ideas don't go through, and it's fine. As long as the mod's enjoyable, I'm happy. This will probably be an hour-long episode with just me talking at the end. So, and this is probably the least entertaining part of the building process. It's just like filling in this stuff. And personally, I want to fill in this, and I'm actually going to, now that I think about it. And I'm busting out of here, because I've had enough. Filler. That. And sell. And there we go. Thank you. this is mostly done. The illuminator, which is the light that uses EU. And sometimes you can get residual power from these. Huh. That's interesting, it's not letting me click it on. That's kind of an unusual occurrence. Okay, that's also odd. Okay, that's bugged, because I'm clearly clicking on it. You know what? Actually, I can do something different here. And I know it's a waste of energy, but I'm still going to do it. And hopefully it doesn't bite me later. And it's not like it matters really as much, as long as it works. And what is wrong with this? That is definitely a bug. And I can't do anything about it. This one too. It's confusing. Might just have to relog to get that to work. Okay, well, for the most part, these are done. And now I just need a door. I don't know why I keep doing that, because I don't use any of them. Oh, yeah. Maybe it'll let me now. Might just go into survival to see if that helps it. Wow, that's definitely a bug, but okay, I'll deal with it. For the most part, these work, and when this is actually operational, the lights will be on. Maybe that can just be like some damaged areas from the apocalypse. So far, I like it. Climb over. It's actually quite nice. And it's mostly done now. I'll probably paint it later. And I think it's about time for me to do a little test, or spawn a bunch of stuff and then test. Oh yeah, what? Always have to have the ammo. things still spawn in this one, but the one that's most dangerous is that one. This area should still not have a full roof, so it shouldn't be too dangerous. Those little lamps are transparent, so it's not really too bad. I'm actually thinking about having like little light poles on this end of the street. It's not like it can be killed in this, but still. Oh yeah, and one interesting feature of this mod, these weapon mods, you can break glass with these bullets, which is realistic. I'm actually happy that you can actually break glass. In real life, you can shoot a wooden wall and it's not going to break for the most part. I mean, eventually if you pelt it enough, it will break. But glass, if you shoot it once, it's most likely going to break. No matter how small the caliber. You know, it actually looks pretty ominous in there. That's a good thing. It's the end of the world. It's supposed to look ominous. But I'll see you guys next time. And probably I will have either finished this area or probably be ready for a test. So see you guys next time. Have a good day.